Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a little bit of a different video, and it's going to be a little longer than usual because I want to chat with you guys. On my last video, so many of you really wanted me to talk in depth about a couple of things, so we're going to address some of those questions now. A lot of you guys wanted to talk to me about, or have me talk to you guys about how I kind of kept moving through as the kind of situations evolved with my daughter over the past 2.5 years, as well as why we're moving to Vegas and a couple of other things. So that's what we're going to work with. We're going to do a little self-healing journey today, or how I kind of did a self-healing journey. You can see I'm in my room. Everything is all packed up. This is a very raw and real video. I'm opening up this cute little mask. I found this with my mother-in-law in Michigan at World Market. We don't have World Market here. It's nothing exciting. It's just I like Hello Kitty, and so I thought this would be fun. It's a pumpkin mask. I literally just washed my face. It's in the morning time, so we're going to do a little mask and we're going to chat. And then I'm going to walk you through what we talked about, and then also do my skincare. I will be doing an in-depth skincare video for you guys because I'm just going to kind of cruise through this today, and then I will do a dedicated skincare and makeup video for what I'm using and what I'm loving right now. Look how cute this thing is. Isn't that so cute? If you are an elder millennial like I am, you will remember that Sanrio Surprise, that's what that store was called, was such a big thing for us back in the day. I used to love it. I'm from San Diego. Wow, that is a lot of product. I probably should have nothing on, and that would be good on my chest, but I'm from San Diego, and that was like big there. So maybe all over was big. Anyway, how cute this is. Oh my gosh. Am I going to talk to you guys the whole time with this on? For a little bit. Okay. So as you guys know, over the past 2.5 years, my daughter has been fighting leukemia. She has conquered her journey, and she was actually in remission after the first 28 days. That is their goal. That is like what they call Plan A. And so she had the best case scenario, and I'm very grateful for that. But what I want to kind of chat with you guys today is about how I functioned, and kind of going through, a caregiver or a mother's and father's worst nightmare that you'd ever want your kid to go through. So my big thing for her was to keep it extremely positive. It's kind of distracting, isn't it? That's dripping down. To keep it extremely positive. So of course, we would lean in if she wasn't feeling well, of course, all of those things, but we kept her mindset at the top of our forefront of our mind. So there was never a day where we would sit and wallow in front of her. Yes, she would see us a little emotional and a little down, but we never kind of broke down in front of her. I wanted her to know that she was strong, that she could conquer this, that this was not something that we were, honestly, to be honest with you, even though we were overly worried about. That she's got this, and we're going to get her, through this as a family. And so we just kept it really, really positive. And yes, there were days where she couldn't go to school, but if that girl could go to school, she went to school. So we keep things as normal as possible. Now, on the other side of us, I've read so much that mindset, and that's a lot easier to do with kids because they don't know any better. So they take their cues off of you. So she didn't know any better. Like, we never, let her feel like it was as serious as it was. Now, behind closed doors, of course, Derek and I, were beside ourselves, but it was important to us to keep her in a good mindset and keep her as normal as possible. Now, for me, that's why I had to take a break, because I had to be mentally well for her. And I just wasn't. And I think in those last few videos, you can tell that I just wasn't mentally there. I also was not taking care of myself very well, which honestly, I don't know very many caregivers that can do that very well. It really took me until we were nearing the end to start to take care of myself. I spent most of the time just surviving, really just making sure that she was mentally, honestly, as sound as she possibly could. And that's also what kind of kept me going as well, is that she was, I mean, she was incredible. I can't even describe how incredible this child was. I mean, she fought it and she won, and she was with grace the whole time. She loved being bald, which I thought was so awesome. She actually begs me to shave her head still because she has now thick hair. So she used to be blonde before she lost her hair, and now she's more like me. So now she has more of like brown, but her hair is super thick now, which it never was before. So she doesn't like combing her hair. But anyway, so for me, what I tried to do was I tried to honestly sleep as much as I possibly could. And I tried to just stay positive for her. But then when we kind of neared the end, I could feel it kind of myself coming back around. Now, I will tell you, after she was done with all of her treatments, for me personally, there was a good several months until like that I literally felt like all that cortisol and all that adrenaline was like draining out of my body, and I was completely depleted. And I kind of became a recluse. I also stopped working out because I didn't have the mental capacity. So for me, how I moved through, now grief looks very different for many people. For me, I have just been conditioned with the stuff that's gone on in my life to kind of power through it, and then I'll deal with emotions later. Probably not the best idea. Yes, I did do therapy during this process, but it was more just so I could remain stable, to be honest with you. So I could have somebody to talk to and not, like harbor all of this onto all my family members and my husband that didn't really need it either, that they were all grieving in their own way as well. So at the very end of it, I kind of took those couple of months and was a hermit, but obviously showed up for my family as much as I could. I still had a business I had to show up for. But when I was off, I was pretty much a recluse. So then a couple months after that, I decided to go more into therapy. I started journaling, and I started doing more meditation, and I started like throwing myself a little bit more into work, and also seeing her super stable was obviously like the best, right? It was amazing, right? Makes you feel better. You can do a lot more things. You feel more confident and calm and all that good stuff. So you know what I'm going to do, so I don't have to talk to you all like this? I'm going to let this sit for another 10, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Woo. Okay, it's kind of like a little vlog that we're doing today. If any of you guys watch Peter Mon, I love his vlogs. So this is kind of a little Peter Mon style vlog. All right, so we're going to let that kind of sink in. I still use my Tatcha essence almost every day, and then my other fig essence. But I'm trying this new line, so I'll report back. But yeah, for me, I also then got into gardening and growing my own food because it helped, I felt, to ground myself in earth. I also, it was so fun to see Gray go out and pick tomatoes. She likes tomatoes from the vine, and get all our herbs and things like that, our shallots from the garden. And then I started a sourdough starter. I actually got it from my neighbor, and I started doing that, and I felt like I really could give back to the community and my family in a healthy way, and it was just very soothing for me to do that. And I still use my osmosis stem factor and replenish. And I still have not really gotten back to working out. I'm working on that, but I'm trying to be super gentle with myself and give myself some grace. What else? I started cooking more because my husband was super, super busy at work. My husband is amazing. He actually normally would be the one that cooks every meal for our whole relationship, and it's just turned because his work was very busy at that time. So what else did I start doing? I just started being more mindful in what I ate. I stopped being on my phone while I was eating. I started reading more books. And yeah, so that's kind of where I was as far as keeping my mental health in check as well. I also, I will speak freely on this. I also started on SSRI for anxiety and depression. I was diagnosed with severe anxiety and depression. And honestly, like PTSD, kinship sunscreen, from kind of all of the medical stuff that one goes through when they're in a situation like me. And that is okay. Asking for help, knowing you need help is the first step. And I encourage anybody that feels that they are on that path to do so and get the help that they need. There is no shame in getting help and having something help you. This is not forever for me, but it is definitely something that is a part of my journey, and I will never shy away from telling you guys the truth and being as transparent as I possibly can when it comes to that. So, so that's really, and then I guess every day now, it's more of like, now that we're moving, it's kind of a fresh start for us, which I'm excited about. She gets to go to a new school. We, get to live in a new place. So it's basically like nobody knows her as like the sick kid anymore, which is nice. It's just, cuticle oil. And so I think that'll be nice for her. And I think that'll be nice for us to be out of that space. And what else? I did try to just keep myself mentally sound as possible as far as gratitude lists, which I talked to you guys about before I left YouTube. And what else did I do? That's pretty much it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't have the best days every single day. Definitely comes up residual stuff every now and then, which is just interesting as you grief and stuff like that. You're just like, oh, I forgot that I, felt like that, or, oh, that kind of came up when I wasn't thinking about it. So that was, that's kind of how my everyday life is. But I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section, kind of how you moved through grief, how you got through some hard times. I know that a lot of people walk outside and that gives them, some great peace. It's just super cold in Colorado, like a lot of the time. So I'm also not a cold weather person. And I don't have a ton of friends here either. So had to rely on friends from California and my best friends in Tennessee. So anyway, so let me know in the comment section kind of how you guys moved through something and, what worked for you, because what worked for you might really help somebody else. And maybe we can make a safe space for people to get some support and let them know that they're not alone. And yeah, okay. So there is also the reason why we're moving. So we did think that we were going to be in Colorado for a long time, but the job that Derek was at just wasn't working out anymore. And to be honest with you, between you and I thought the job was going to be detrimental to him. I really did. It's a very, very stressful job, and I was concerned. And so although it was not ideal that we decided to move on, it was for the best. And so we decided that we needed a change. This is just the Tatcha eye cream. We needed a change, and I'm glad that we did do that. And the change, we actually thought we were going to be more in like Tennessee, Michigan, like more East Coast, Massachusetts. That's where I really actually wanted to be, because Derek's family is that way, and my best friend's in Tennessee. And anyway, we just like that part of the United States. And so this opportunity came up though in Vegas, and we actually didn't think that this one was going to come through because it really had never been on our radar to move to Las Vegas or Nevada. So it was just like, it was crazy. We were like, okay. And then it actually finally came through, and it was really exciting because the job is really amazing for Derek. And I think it's really going to give him what he needs for his personal and professional growth and for the family. We're excited that we're moving somewhere that's a little bit warmer. California obviously is where my girlfriends are and where my parents are, my sister. And so that'll be nice to be closer to them, as well as I have not heard one bad thing about like Northwest Summerlin in Las Vegas. I mean, everybody talks about how awesome it is, and so we're excited. So we're excited to do a new adventure. Now this will be, if you're new here, this will be our this will be our third move as a family. We moved the first time when Gray was just a little bit before 1, and then we moved when she was 4, and now we're moving and she is 10. So hopefully this will be our last stop for a while. I definitely do not want to move her while she is in like high school. Definitely don't want to do that again. But when you're dealing with, a partner that is in upper management of a company, you have to unfortunately move places quite a bit to get to the next level or find another opportunity, because those jobs just don't come around a ton. So yeah, so that is why we are moving and why we're excited to kind of get to the next chapter of our life journey. So if you also have any tips, if you live in Summerlin, things to do, we would love that. I would love that. Things to do with a 10-year-old, places to go. I would love that. So we're going to definitely do adventures, all that good stuff. So let me know. I can't wait to hear from you guys all in the comment section. Couple things, and if you stay to the end, I really appreciate it. Because I love long form. That's just how I'm built. Short form is just not my thing all the time. I also just got in the concealer pencils from Lisa Eldridge. I ordered them, so I'll be doing a video on how to use those here shortly. And then all of the other content too that you asked for, which is skincare and makeup and trends that I've missed and all that good stuff, will be coming up. We just are moving literally in 8 days, so just be patient with me. But when we get kind of back and settled, it will definitely kick back into my regular schedule, which should be every Tuesday and Thursday of the week, and then Skincare Sunday once or twice a month. All right, so thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I will see you on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, loves.